Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So in this AFK journey video, we're going to do some play testing for Mikola. And we're going to do one unit or one copy Mikola in Arena specifically because for this account is my test server account. So I don't have all the resources in the world to actually upgrade her to Supreme Plus. So for the more in-depth review or the more like end game team setups as well as the best team recommendations, you guys probably got to wait until like next week once she drops on the global server before I'm able to max her out, before showcasing to you guys what are some of the best teams for her. So right now we'll just use her at one copy and use whatever unit we have to do some arena runs and showcase her prowess as well as her abilities. Okay, so right here we go into arena. I used up 2 tickets to just try her out. I have a better picture of how to run her with whatever units I have. So right here, let's start with the very first battle. Okay, so the thing about Mikola is that her ultimate is actually really good because this ultimate has both an haste buff as well as a defense buff if you are within the courage sphere, which is like a looping aura, kind of circular aura that benefits units within a 2-tile radius over there. So at the start of battle, as you guys can see, there's actually an arena field in the middle. So this arena field is her second skill. If you have more units within the arena field itself, you're able to gain control of it. So if Mikola's team is in control or your team is in control of the field itself, your team will be able to get this HP recovery as well as the increase in attack. However, if there's more enemies or more units from the enemy side in the arena itself, then the control will belong to your enemy, even though it does not benefit your enemy by any means. It doesn't buff them up or give them the HP recovery, but it causes Mikola to lose the heroic duo ability as well as the Supreme Plus and Hunt Force ability, because if she's not in control of the honor arena itself, then she's not able to get this like permanent duration of her ultimate when she has control over it. So that's one thing to take note of with regards to Mikola's kit. So with regards to Mikola right now, with whatever I have, I'm actually going to use Iron, obviously being one of the stronger arena units, being able to control as well as having the ability to run up to the enemy to sort of benefit from Mikola's courage sphere from the ultimate itself. So another unit which I'm running in the team is I would say like our dear Antendra here. So Antendra is able to shield one unit in the front line, so I guess I'm gonna position her a little bit in front. But she's okay. One thing about Mikola is she's not exactly a very tanky unit, so positioning her in front might not be the best choice. But I think what I'm going to do is put her here and then put Iron at the back. So Iron will run to the front, right, and then start hitting the enemy, and Mikola will be able to come in from the side and then charge up her skill to eventually, I hope, get the ultimate off. I hope she doesn't die there. And the opponent has a Viperion, so it's going to be kind of challenging. Okay, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a Smokey here, although yeah, I think Smokey is fine. Okay, so we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to put our dear Elsa here, and I think this is okay. Okay, so without further ado, let's start this battle. We go at one time. So at the start of the battle, as you guys can see, because there's actually only one unit within the arena, which is my Antendra versus the enemy's Lucius, right? We are not in control of the arena, and once Lucius falls right there, we are getting the arena, which is interpreted by the green color aura right there. So the arena now is in our control, therefore we have the attack buff as well as the HP regen going up for us. Okay, so Mikola is all the way in the front, just got her ultimate off. So the ultimate is represented by this circular musical aura, and as you guys can see, right, she's the only one with the haste buff. Therefore this is a very, I'll say, like short range buff for the team itself. Although I do think that the arena buff alone, right, is really pretty significant, because not only, right, it's sort of like an iron counter, because if you start the battle with the arena, if the enemy pulls you into the arena itself, you have a lot of units within the arena, you instantly proc the heal as well as the attack buff, which gives you that advantage at the start. So that's one thing which I think could be quite interesting in terms of the arena side, that I think I've got to wait until the global server to test, because right now I don't have Mythic Plus Iron, and I don't think there's any opponent that has Mythic Plus Iron, at least in my tier right now. So we have this guy Pierre with Mythic Lily May as well as Mythic Smokey. I think we can still beat him, but let's find somebody hopefully stronger. Okay, Okay, this guy seems really strong. 185 versus my 181. So we'll fight this guy. So for this one, what I'm going to do is we're going to remove Coco. We're going to put Smokey in. And I'm going to give the Enlightening Spell buff to Iron over here. Same thing. So Antandra will shield up our dear Mikola over here. Iron will run up. So hopefully we have 3 units in the arena and we get to activate it on our side. Okay, let's start. Okay, so runs up. Okay, we have 3 units inside, so we are holding the arena for ourselves. So we're getting the heals as well as the attack buff on all our units. Okay, so Mikola got repositioned, unfortunately, so she's running on the other side. Okay. So pulls everyone in. Okay, so this is one thing which I'm actually very curious. What happens if your own Iron actually pulls the enemy unit into the arena, right? You will just instantly lose the control of the arena, right? Unfortunately. Okay. So this is one issue that I realized with Mikola's ultimate, and that is it being a really short, I'll say like AoE skill. So it doesn't actually benefit a lot of units if your Mikola is out of position or very far away from the team, unfortunately. Okay, so I think I might not have enough damage because Iron died. So we're left with Elsa. But the Ludovic is healing the enemy's team, unfortunately. So kind of sad. We're going to lose this. Okay, because Mikola didn't actually buff up the whole team. So that's actually one issue which I thought for Mikola. And that is like, how do I ensure that her ultimate actually hits as many allies as possible? So right now, there's actually a few ideas I have. Number one, it's either running like full melee team. So all the melee unit just rushes the enemy and then the ultimate benefits everyone. Or number two, you run a zoo team. So the aura is able to benefit all the different units that are around her, even though it might not be the main hero itself. So we still have a few more arena tickets. So let's just give it another try. Okay, so we have Rover over here with Lily May as Supreme Plus. I don't think I can meet Lily May as Supreme Plus, unfortunately, because she hits like a truck. Although, yeah, I don't think we can win. It's like quite a big damage difference. Okay, we're gonna challenge this guy. This guy has a heal win. It's gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be challenging. Okay, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Put Mikola at the back, and hopefully she's able to get her ultimate off, and then we have as many units benefit from the ultimate buff itself. Okay. So pull everyone together, nice. Okay, Mikola's ultimate is in. So this is where, because she's actually very close to my Antandra and Smokey, they are able to benefit from the skill. Same thing, Ira is also able to benefit from the skill itself. Very nice. So I think what you want to do with Mikola is either put her towards the back so that she doesn't run too in front and then become out of position. Another thing about Mikola is that her ultimate, right, if you do get the Supreme Plus skill and you do manage to hold onto the arena itself, it's technically permanent, right, as long as you're able to hold onto the arena. So right here, we almost lost control because the red line started to appear. Okay, so like holding the arena is going to be super duper important to ensure her success. So I think a zoo team with Mikola could also be a possible idea. Unfortunately, I don't have enough units to showcase that. So we're going to do one more run and then we do some like just final initial conclusion for her just with one copy. Okay, so just one more. 20 gems, fine. We're just going to do it for all of you guys out there. So there's a... I think we might be able to win this guy though, even though the Lily May is... The Lily May has an EX weapon skill. I think should be fine. The enemies don't actually have a way to immediately stun me. So what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna give Mikola the enlightening spell buff so that she gets the ultimate off as fast as possible. Okay, my Antandra got melted. Although we have 2 units in the battlefield. So 3, that's why we're able to hold on to it. Okay, the opponent Iron uses the ultimate. Not looking very good for me, unfortunately. Pulls everyone in. Okay, Mikola gets the ultimate off, so we're getting the haste buff as well as the defense buff. Hopefully, these can turn the tide of the battle, right? With all the different buffs out there. Very nice. Okay, we did like a lot of damage there. Unfortunately, enemy Valence uses the ultimate. So... Yeah, I think we lost this. Yeah, we lost this because the Valen actually just dished out a shit ton of damage there. Okay, pretty unfortunate. Yeah, the Valen as well as the Brian did way more damage than the Didime. Yeah, unfortunately our Entendra died a little bit too early. So that's that. Okay, I'll tell you what, guys. Let's do one more. Let's do one more just to play test. A little bit waste on our diamonds, but it's fine because it's a test server, so we're gonna test with everything. 181 versus I'll pick somebody closer in terms of power to me. I think we can beat this guy. I think we can beat this guy, even though he's like a lot higher, 30,000. But I think with our team setup, we should be able to do it. Okay, so let's start. Same thing, enlightening on Mikola, so that Mikola can get that damage reduction ultimate off, get that like haste buff as well as defense buff ultimate off, so that the frontliner can benefit. Unfortunately, it's a little bit slow. It's not coming out yet, and we are not holding on to the arena, unfortunately. So yeah, this is another problem which I could see happening. Like, you need to be able to hold onto the arena, which is in the middle of the battlefield. So okay, so Talon is using the ultimate. Okay, we are getting slammed by the opponent's Elsa, unfortunately. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the runs itself. I'm gonna do a short recap as to what I feel is her major weaknesses. There's actually two major ones that I noticed, just her at one copy, because she could be very, very different once we are able to max her out. So right here, as you guys can see, the arena is a very important part of a kit, right? If you're able to hold onto it, indicated by the green aura, you're able to get an attack buff for your whole team as well as a HP regen. But as you guys see over here, all my units just ran past the arena, and right, we are not in control, which means that my side is losing out because I don't get the second skill of Mikola. And if I do have Mikola at Supreme Plus, I'm able to actually benefit further, right, by getting the permanent ultimate as long as I hold on to arena. But all that being said, right, it is on the condition that you're able to maintain control, because there's so many things to consider in terms of the arena positioning, as well as how your units run around, as well as what team you go up against, as well as what team you use, right? That, you know, this arena holding thing is actually a problem in certain situations, because there could be a case where the enemy Iron can just pull you into the arena and then all your units are inside and then you just get control. But at the same time, your own Iron could also pull the enemy into the arena itself, which causes you to lose control. So that's one issue that I realized, and could probably be a problem that people might face if they do try her out, because maintaining control of the arena could be a challenging task. So the second thing, or the second weakness that I realized, is that her ultimate is very, very powerful. Like this ultimate over here, Dauntless Hume, is super duper powerful. Being able to increase her own haste as well as defense, as well as your allies' haste and defense, is impressive, right? Being able to heal is also very impressive, but she doesn't have a way to actually accelerate the usage of the ultimate. And at the same time, because the AoE is like pretty small, I think the team building could be pretty limited, because a lot of the long range, long reach units won't be able to benefit from this buff fully, which is one thing which I am thinking, how can I actually make it good? Like, what units goes well with her and benefit from this ability consistently? So that's one thing to consider if you do want to team build with her. Other than that, I think we need more testing for her, because I kind of want to see how fast can she like charge up the attack percentages so that the heal can come in, so that will affect the healing and sustain efficiency. And then another thing is with regards to the passionate opening, because this ability right here is actually really, really powerful on paper, being able to consistently do burn damage over time if you're able to keep the courage sphere going. But that being said, just now I mentioned that there's actually no way for her to accelerate the ultimate usage. So then the EX weapon skill might be really good on paper, but if you're not able to get it out, or if you get it out too slowly and most of your teammates have already fallen, that it might not be that efficient. So that is like just my prediction for her if she's at Supreme Plus. Other than that, I think she's quite an amazing unit. Should be on the same level as Smokey in terms of just providing buffs and support for the team. And we have to wait until we are able to S+ her on my global account to give a full review of her endgame prowess. So that's it for this testing. thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more from the channel. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys want to see for 1 copy Mikola in the next few days, so I can release those videos for you guys. Okay, that's it. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.